Welcome back to the #1 podcast in the world. I'm your host, Chase DeMoor.
And Gabrielle Moses.
And today we got a lot to cover. We got boxers going crazy. We got Jake Paul fighting Uber drivers in Puerto Rico. We got house hunting. We got how to get tax exemptions.
So much.
We got dating stories. We got all the great stuff for you guys today.
What do you want to start with? What's the best thing?
Well, I'm just going to jump right into it. So this past weekend, I got to fly over to Puerto Rico. I had the worst flight over there, Gab. Let me tell you. The only seat that was available on the way over there was the very, very last seat in the airplane. And I'm a large dude. You see how big I am? The very last seat in the airplane. I'm crammed in the back of the airplane. So I had a lot of time to do some thinking on the way over there. Whilst on the way over there, I was thinking, you know, all the different creators that somehow want to do boxing now. You know, you got Adin Ross doing his unsanctioned fights on Kick. You know,
Which is very unsafe. We talked about that already in last week's episode.
We did, and there's more drama behind that. You got, you know, Misfits, you know, getting ready to cue off their next fight here. Roman Fury, he keeps my name in his mouth, and I'm tired of him, quite frankly.
Mr. Humpty Dumpty.
Humpty Dumpty himself. That was a good roast on your part.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, Roman Fury just looks like Humpty Dumpty. Put his face on the egg.
Oh my God.
Twins.
Humpty Dumpty's gonna get his head cracked.
Oh my goodness.
But anyways, to go right into it, this past weekend, Puerto Rico, lovely island. A lot of creators are moving there to get Act 60, Act 20, whatever the hell it is.
Act 60, yeah.
Act 60, trying to get the tax exempt. For those of you guys that don't know, if you have the tax exempt there, you basically keep like, what, 98?
96%.
96% of your total income. So a lot of social media content creators are moving there to work out of there. A lot of business people, software, et cetera, et cetera. I've been house hunting there myself. With that being said, Jake Paul, Amanda Serrano, main and co-main events of the Puerto Rican fights this last weekend. A lot of people are criticizing Jake. Jake Paul has been making a big ruckus in the boxing scene. I think he's now close to top 100 boxers in the world.
Wait, what?
Yeah, his rankings came out. And they're saying it's all a fluke because he's padding his fights. You see the guy he fought? He beat him down. It didn't even take him 1 minute.
Yeah, it was just, like 2 minutes.
He was hiding in the corner just getting rained on. Looked like the guy's never fought.
Hey, if you have the money to pad your record like that,
is it the money or
do it?
Or is he picking select fights? He goes and he finds guys and he covers it up by like, oh, this guy's won, you know, 2 Golden Gloves, which, you know, in Jake's defense, he did. And he did have a 19-0 record. That was 20 years ago.
Yeah, I was going to say, don't you win a Golden Glove when you're a kid?
Yeah, before you go pro.
So what I'm hearing is this guy was good when he was younger. You don't always stay being a good athlete.
Right. He's a has-been. And, you know, no shade to Jake. Jake's, you know, I got a decent relationship with Jake. And he gave me his little head nod and a fist bump at the fight. And he's cool. You know, I don't got a problem. He's cool. Jake's cool. The thing is one of two things. One, he has transitioned from influencers. Now he fights full-time fighters. Those of you guys that don't know, being a boxer comes with a lot of mental strain. Let's talk about Ryan Garcia for a second.
I mean, even just you. I see you go through the mental side of it too.
Oh, man.
Like whenever you cut weight, I remember the one time you had to, what did you go from? Like 250 to 225, was it? You were 228.
I was 275 at one point.
Yeah, and then you went all the way down to 228, I want to say.
Yeah, to 228.
And I remember you were so miserable. You were like freezing cold. Your body couldn't stay warm. You were just in a ball. You're like, I need more blankets. And I'm like, you have a gazillion blankets on you. I don't know what to do for you, buddy.
Yeah, it's a traumatizing because you lack of food, lack of sleep, you're overtraining, overexerting, you're stressed, you got a lot of people in your ear telling you.
Punched in the face.
Getting punched. Like, you're in the most uncomfortable situation and you're getting punched. And that's where I want to lead into, you know, putting Jake on pause for a second. We'll come back to that. I want to talk about what's going on with Ryan Garcia right now. Everybody thinks he's going delusional. He's got his ex-wife on Instagram saying, you know, pray for this man because I don't even know what's going on with him. You got people hacking him. He doesn't have access to his cards, he doesn't have access to his phones, his social media account. His post, somebody said they like slit his throat and like they've killed him, and then 666 this and like, you know, hail Satan that, and like it's just like
that's terrifying.
And it's like it comes to a point where it's like, what do you consider good promotion, and what do you consider like, okay, now this has gone too far? Is he okay?
I mean, I think he might be going through it mentally, because who in their right mind would do that for promotion? Saying stuff about him not being around any longer. That I feel like there's an unsaid boundary and a rule that you don't cross that line, and he's kind of crossed that line, and so I hope he gets the help he needs.
And you know, here's the thing: is I like Ryan Garcia. I think he's a great dude. I think I actually have a video on my phone of him telling me I'm the greatest boxer of all time. I'm gonna go ahead and play.
Wait, actually?
I think I do. I'm gonna find it. But here's the thing: is like I like Ryan. I think he's a good boxer. He's got a lot going for him, and it's just like I would hate to see. All the work that he's put in kind of go down the drain because he's got to fight Devin Haney. That fight was meant to happen a while ago, and then something happened where he ended up backing out of the fight.
Who's he about to fight?
He's Devin Haney.
Oh, in April?
He was supposed to fight Devin Haney. I don't know if it was April. It was not too long ago, to say the least. But regardless of that, what I mean is like Devin Haney's a big fight right now. Devin Haney fought Tank. They're going back and forth. Or Devin Haney fought Tank in the spar. Gervonta Tank Davis. He's like the best boxer in their weight class right now. He's the one that beat Ryan Garcia like 8 months ago or something like that. So like they've been kind of going back and forth all over social media recently. And here, actually, I think I just found the video.
Oh, wait, I remember this video.
So anyways, you got Ryan Garcia.
Yeah.
Kind of going back and forth on the social media.
He looks like a kid.
He is. He's
How
like
old is he?
He's like 25. He's not very old. He's not old. He's got a bright boxing career. He's done a lot in the community. That's what boxing can give to you. It's like
he's young.
You fight a couple times a year. You make a lot of money. He has a lot of money. Like he's had one really money fight. It was against Tank Davis that I think he got stopped in the 6th or something like that. But like it's no shade to him. Like Tank's a beast. It's a tough fight. Nobody would ever take that fight. But like Devin Haney, I also friends with Devin Haney. I like Devin Haney. I think he's a really good.
Oh yeah, wasn't he like DMing you?
Well, I met him at the ESPYs last year, and he was like, "Come and train with me." I'm back and forth between here and Vegas. He gave me his number. He's super cool. So I think both these boxers, I'm kind of like I'm stuck in like a middle ground between who I'm going to root for. But it's a big money fight. And those of you that don't know boxing, it's like two really good people, two big presences on social media. Two big people, two big presences going back on social media. And, at the end of the day, boxing is about promotion. Boxing is about making money in the quickest amount of time. But I want to emphasize how important mental health is to everybody.
Yeah. Because if you don't have your mental right, how are you going to perform to your best abilities?
It's not even that. It's like it also affects the people that are around you. It affects, the people you attract towards you. It affects, how you're going to be perceived not only in that fight, but after the fight. Because once you fight, the fight's done.
Yeah.
But there's a lot that comes after the fight. You've seen it, obviously. You deal with, interviews and there's always people going to critique you no matter if you win or lose the fight.
Someone's always going to have something to say.
There's those same people that box on Adin Ross's stream. Those same people that
I think that's so stupid.
It's an embarrassment.
It's so stupid and it's so unsafe. Like just the video clips you were showing me.
Oh yeah.
It's so unsafe. I don't know who in their right mind would do that.
Well, they're doing that again. And we're going to talk about Dean the Great. Dean the Great, we've had him on the podcast.
Yeah.
Watch here. We've had Dean the Great here on the podcast. He's talked about his journey and what's been going on with him. A lot of controversy today around that because, he is under contract with Misfits Boxing. Misfits Boxing has given us all a platform, has paid us a lot of money, and has done a lot for us. And so, they're kind of upset that Dean wants to go box this guy named Adam Sela. You've met Adam Sela before. He actually fought on Social Gloves 2 with us.
I met him?
You met him. He was actually in our locker room. It was like Minicon, Adam Sela, and myself.
Oh, I probably did meet him then.
Yeah. Well,
I just don't remember names or faces.
Well, basically, Adin Ross has come out and said that he wants to take over the boxing influencing scene now. So now he wants to compete with Misfits.
With his own fight card?
With his own stuff. He's trying to put on his own fights.
Have sponsors and get it actually sanctioned?
I don't know how much money this kid thinks he has, but he's going against Misfits, who also is sponsored by not only Steak, but also sponsored by Prime, multi-billion-dollar. I don't know how much money this kid thinks he has, and resources.
Shoot, good for him if he does have the money to do that.
And here's the thing, no shade to Adin Ross, but I don't think that the Kick fights are gonna be kicking. Do you even stream on Kick?
Maybe Kick will pay for it.
Where's Kick getting the money from? How much do you think it costs?
Kick has a lot of money somehow.
Yeah, but does it have enough money to pay for a production, pay for TV time, pay for promotion, pay for a venue, and pay all the fighters a good wage?
maybe it'll just be streamed on Kick.
Do you watch Kick?
No.
Do you have a Kick?
No.
Do you stream on Kick?
No.
What do you know about Kick?
There used to be an app called Kick that got a lot of people in trouble. K-I-K.
What?
You don't remember Kick? Like the old messaging app? You never used that? Okay, never mind then.
What is that?
It's like back when I was in like 6th grade, like back in 2013. No, this was 2012 actually. There's an app called Kick, K-I-K, and it was the messaging app. It was kind of like Text Now. It's like you didn't really use a phone number for it. You just made a username, and then you could chat with your friends on it. But it got in a lot of trouble because these old men were pretending to be kids and talking to other young kids. Yeah, and so that's why it kind of went off.
Hold on. So there's an app that kids could get.
Yeah.
That you had old men.
Yeah, pretending to be
kids to talk to other little kids.
Yeah, one of my friends got in really big trouble because she started dating a guy over Kick. Yeah, and she literally started dating this guy because of Kick.
Dating a guy through Kick?
Yeah. We were like 13, 12 at the time. Oh, and her mom got so mad at her because she had no idea who this man was that her daughter was talking to. Don't worry.
I would have had a field day at your school. I would have bullied all those kids at that private school.
You didn't even know what Kick was. Well, this time the guy was actually
I'm glad I didn't know what Kick was. I'm not getting trafficked.
Yeah. Well, it ended up actually being a kid because then they started FaceTiming and stuff. Like it was a real kid. It wasn't like an old man. So that was okay.
You can FaceTime on Kick too?
Yeah, you could do like video calls. Yeah. Like this was legit. You don't know what it is. But anyways, it got in really big trouble and kind of got taken off the app store. You do some of the weirdest things. Let me say this.
You do some of the weirdest crap. I'm pretty sure I opened up your Snapchat the other day and I saw my dog ready to attack my computer because you were playing with a panda on it.
It was Webkins. Yeah, so I opened up Webkins because I was feeling like I wanted to reminisce on my past. So I thought Webkins is the way to do it. And so Douglas was sitting in my lap and he was literally lunging at the computer screen because he didn't like this little panda that was on the screen on the Webkins, and he kept lunging at it, and I thought he was going to bust through the computer screen. He was not very happy at all. Did you play Webkins as a kid?
No, I played real video games, all right? I didn't play the things that when you were just bored and your mom was trying to keep you quiet at the doctor's office, she pulls up on her phone and says, here, play with this.
No, this was on a computer only.
Even worse, I played Club Penguin. They actually banned me from Club Penguin because I wouldn't stop. Huh?
For cussing?
Yeah.
I knew you were gonna say that.
I didn't even know that was the thing. I thought I was the coolest little 12-year-old. I was like, we showed up, friends are online. I was like, sup, bitches?
And you got banned.
You can't say that on here. The fuck I can't. I can say whatever the fuck I want to say on this.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, Club Penguin is another one. Or Pop Tropica.
I said, you've been banned permanently. Enjoy Club Penguin. I said, fuck you and your penguins.
Did you play Pop Tropica?
I'm going back to RuneScape.
Oh my gosh, of course. Anyways, we got really off topic there for a second.
Yeah, no.
What were we talking? Kick. Kick is what we were talking
Streaming on Kick. So basically, I got offered a deal on Kick.
Oh, what?
I offered a streaming deal on Kick. Here's the thing with
You didn't tell me that.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you now. So I got put in contact with Kick. I started a Twitch stream, a year.
Over a year and a half ago.
Not a year and a half ago.
Yes, it was a year and a half ago.
Was it a year and a half?
Yes, it was a year and a half ago.
Dang.
I've been streaming 18 months on.
So a year and a half ago, I started on Twitch. They gave me a dope deal. They said. Actually, no, Twitch didn't give me the deal. I started streaming on Twitch. I blew up on Twitch. I got like 11K followers. So it was going crazy. I was getting it's like 700 viewers, whatever. I was like, this is easy. This is the easiest thing. I'm playing a 20-year-old video game and I'm just sitting here. Got lazy because I applied for the partnership and they denied me.
They said Chiz is not allowed to be a partner.
I'm terrible with rejection. I can't do it.
No, you are really bad with any sort of rejection.
Can't do it. So I said, you know what? Fuck Twitch. Quit streaming.
Just because you didn't get partner?
Yes.
Wow.
So then I fast forward.
You have really good coping mechanisms.
Exactly. I'll block you from my life. Twitch.tv/Chase DeMoor with 2 R's. Double R. Anyways. So quit a while. I made a tweet. I was like, yo, should I get back into streaming? And then Kick reached out to me and they're like, hey, we'd love to platform you and blah, blah, blah. So then I was like, you know what? I'm going to make a Kick and see if this does good. Somebody took my username.
Wait, what?
Somebody took the name Chase DeMoor. And I'm like, what type of fraud is running around pretending to be me? So I reached out to them. I was like, hey, I don't even want to know if this is going to work because somebody already took my name, blah, 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 blah. They're like, hey, we can get it back for you, blah, blah, blah. Got the name, verified me, sent it over to me, put me in their partner program and said, hey, we'll give you 95% of all the revenue that you make on here.
Yeah, that's how it is for everyone.
Yeah. And I go, I know my friend FouseyTube got a $20 million deal with you guys. $20 million.
You said just give me 1/20th of that.
I'll do it, shit, for $50K a month type.
That's a lot of money.
It is a lot of money. But streaming's hard. Streaming's not hard, but being a good streamer is hard, I would say. Like, what do you do?
I don't know if I could listen to you talk that long. If you're having trouble finding that special someone, definitely go and check out our sponsor for this video, which is Fleur. It's a sex-positive dating app that prioritizes women's desires. If you want to get to know the person that you're chatting with, there's even a Fleur Sparks game, which is a card game that's in chat that actually helps users learn more about each other in a really fun way. It's the best place to find people with similar desires and fantasies and want to explore them. But don't you worry, there's a 2-step verification and moderation for all users. So it's a super safe community and there's no room for offense, judgment, or scams. If you're looking for a fun way to spice up your dating life, Fleur is the perfect place for you. Whether it's for long-term relationships, one-night stands, friends with benefits, or even just sexting, this is the perfect app to have fun and explore on. And now back to the podcast.
Buddy.
I'm kidding.
Watching your streams, I'd probably put this. Hey guys, it's Gabrielle.
I look at Zillow.
Hey, oh my God.
On my streams.
Oh my God, guys, look at this house. Like,
I got my nails done.
Like, what are you doing on your streams?
I literally look
Burning
at
my
Zillow.
kitchen down?
Yeah, I do some cooking streams. I look at Zillow. I play COD. Oh, I played COD with Logan Paul the other day.
You attempted to play COD with Logan Paul, or Logan Paul attempted to play COD with you.
I didn't know it was Logan Paul.
Was trying to play. First of all, look.
Let's set the backstory.
Listen to the backstory. I'm bare confused right now because I get a text message from Logan Paul saying, yo, bro, do you not hear me talking to you in your lobby? And I go, what are you talking about, bro? I'm in Puerto Rico with you. He goes, you didn't bring your Xbox? I'm in the COD lobby right now. So I screenshot it and I sent it to Gab. I'm like, what are you doing over here? Gab has it the whole game muted on Call of Duty. Can't hear anything. Her whole Twitch stream is telling her that she's got a friend in the lobby. She's got Logan Paul.
Yeah, I'm like, who is this dude who I'm playing with? Like, all of a sudden this guy just appears and he's killing it. Like, he was putting up like 40 kills per game. I'm like getting 13, maybe 10 kills. I'm like, this guy's carrying me. I don't know who this is. And this entire stream, I'm like, I don't know who this is.
Should I read what he said?
Yeah, read what he said. And then Chase texts me. He's like, you know, you're playing with Logan Paul. I'm like, you're lying. That's not true. I'm not playing with Logan Paul.
Let me see. He goes, GG's big dog. I was in your game. Why you got to be muted saying too many bad words, ? Which is fair because I do say a lot of bad words and I should be muted. But I was like so confused. I go, what are you talking about? He goes, in the COD lobbies, you were muted the whole time. So I screenshot, I sent it to Moses. And then she messaged me back. She goes, oh, haha. And then I text him back. I was like, hi, that wasn't me. Sorry, bro. One of my friends is playing on my account. He goes, fucking the one time I join you and it's not even you. And I laugh because like I always tell him to play and he never jumps on. And so I see him at the boxing match. Like he just looks at me, he goes, lobbies? And I just started like laughing because I'm like, yeah, bro, sorry. Like, I don't got my Xbox here. We're here, but the Xbox isn't here.
Hey, I'll play with him.
Well, I mean, you were getting carried by him.
He was carrying me. No, everyone in my stream thought that was the funniest thing too.
Nobody told you?
Text. I didn't know who it was. It was some weird username. It didn't just say Logan Paul.
Well, I mean, like, there's probably somebody that stole a bunch of their names.
Yeah, it was like just some random username. That's why I was so confused the entire Twitch stream. I'm like, I don't know who this is. It says I'm his friend, but I don't know who he is. Because usually I play with your friends. I play with Malachi on there, and I play with the people that you usually play with.
Yeah.
Because they'll hop on thinking it's you.
No.
Maybe I need to get my own COD account.
Well, this is very fair.
So then I won't change your loadouts either. The amount of times I've changed up the gun to make it look prettier, and then I just hear screaming, who changed my Moses? Why did you change my
I'm in the
logo?
middle of a game, and now I'm stuck with a
like a
gun
ranked
that
game.
is absolutely trash because you're like, it just looked nicer.
My people on my stream told me to change it. They'll be like,
These
Moses?
people on your stream that have never played a video game in their life are the ones that are telling you to change this crap, which is obscene. Obscene. Regardless, let me finish the topic on Jake Paul so we can move on from this. So Jake Paul, he fights Ryan the Boulder, or whatever the heck his name is, some bald guy. The guy gets beat up, and then he's talking to him delusionally in the back of the locker room. And now Jake Paul announces that he's fighting again on April 26th. He's doing all these fights back to back to back. Yeah, and he fought,
That's
December.
what the promo was. I saw the promo clip of the guy pulling up while he was like sparring or something.
That guy actually just got signed. I actually met him. So he just got signed to Most Valuable Prospects, I think, which is like the smaller version of MVP. And he's like the biggest boxer, social media star in India.
Oh.
Super cool dude. He's actually pretty cool. I met his manager and stuff. Their videos are getting like 50 million, 60 million per video.
So how do we do that?
Apparently, you got to be popular in India. I've never been to India.
They don't have good ad revenue if your views come from India. I do know that.
Why? I mean, like, who's buying stuff from India? You know, like.
Yeah.
They got
Oh,
like, our demographics.
talking about India, the thing that you sent me.
I was gonna touch on that.
Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, you see.
Oh, so there's a couple who were motorcycling literally throughout the world, just traveling, going country to country on motorcycles.
Disclaimer, before she finishes this story, I want a disclaimer. If you guys are into, or if you guys aren't into like hearing sad stories or like nauseating stories, you just skip past this part.
Yeah, this is a little brutal.
This is a brutal thing, so.
They got robbed. It's a couple.
Well, first you gotta elaborate how they were traveling together.
On a motorcycle.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, on a motorcycle. They were going country to country. Their last stop was India. And so I don't know the whole story. No one's released it because it's obviously the police.
Well, there's a video.
There's a video of them talking about it. But they stopped, and the video is them in the hospital, both of them just beat up. Their faces are black and blue. The girl looks way worse than the guy, but the guy's lip is like all slit. And he apparently got hit in the head with a rock, objects thrown at him, while his wife got brutally assaulted by 7 men.
Okay, so I'll just cut through it. So the guy got beat up, the girl got raped by 7 guys.
In front of her husband.
In front of her husband, because they were travel vloggers and they were traveling around talking about how nice it was. And they were like on a religious thing where they were like praying and stuff like that. And then when they got to India, because they were posting where they were at all the time, they got caught up. The guy got jumped, got beat up by all the guys, and then the girl got raped by 7 guys. So.
Yeah, so sad. The comments on the stuff too. Everyone, even people from India, were like, this is why we tell tourists not to come here. It's not safe right now. Like, you need to be careful. I don't know what they were doing on a motorcycle. They're like, even the locals are warning you. Like, why did you do this? Like, why did you come? That was the stupidest thing ever. Because apparently there's a thing out too for people of other countries. Like, there's a very big travel warning out right now to not visit India. And this was just like the prime example.
Did that happen to like one of the main cities? Was that like a?
I don't know where it was. I don't know if it was Mumbai or Bombay. I don't know where it was. I didn't read that much into it, but oh my gosh, the video is heartbreaking because it's them in the hospital. The woman just is like disassociating from everything, and her husband's just like.
Well, this is like I feel for both aspects of that because like a husband, it's your job to protect. And it's just
he was getting beat over the head with a rock, though. What can you do?
There's nothing you can do. And it's just like, it's sickening and sad because it's like, you're getting beat up by 7 people and watching your girl get raped. It's like, it's tough.
Yeah. Oh, I hope they get the help that they need. And I hope the people who did it to them, I hope they get charged with something. I don't know if they even can. I don't know how the system works in India, but
I'm sure there's some sort of system, but it's just also like trying to find people like that. I don't know. I don't know anything about India. I've never been.
It's densely populated. It might be hard to find them, and you know.
Is India really populated?
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought there was like only like one major city there.
No.
Or a couple. It was like New Delhi, Bangladesh, and one others,
no, not Bangladesh. It's Bombay, Mumbai, There's like a bunch of really big cities. Like, you know, the pictures of you see like hundreds of people on top of a train and hanging out the sides of the trains? That's India, where all those pictures are taken. You just see hundreds and hundreds of people. Yeah, India has over 1 billion people just in India, I want to say. It's like the most densely populated place in the world. And it's extremely dangerous.
Well, I'm just like confused on like how they put themselves in a situation to even be found. Were they like live streaming where they were at?
They were posting a lot of content. I don't think it was people who followed them who attacked them. I think it was a random attack. I don't think it was their followers.
Well, I read some of the comments online and it said something about it was like...
Oh, it was planned?
I think so.
See, I just was watching the videos that I saw on TikTok of them in the hospital talking about what happened. And they're pretty much like putting out an advisory, like, guys, be safe, don't go to India. That's what I saw. So, so sad. Yeah. I mean, with how much you travel too, you need to be careful too.
I'm a tough cookie.
I mean, you're a little bit...
I'm not a little guy. They would need more than 7 guys to take out the heavyweight champ. You know what I mean?
Shoot, I mean, you got punched in the face by a UFC.
I got jumped by 5 UFC fighters. They couldn't even get it done.
Punches to the face.
They couldn't even get me to the ground. They couldn't even get. That's 5 trained fighters. I'd love to see some people in India try me.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Good luck. But no, we were also talking about Puerto Rico and what you were doing in Puerto Rico too.
House hunting.
Yeah, do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, you know, like obviously right now a lot of influencers are moving out there because you get, you know, the Act 20, Act 60, whatever it is, and you basically, you know, get to keep most of your revenue. But here's the thing with that is it's like there's a lot of things that people don't know about that. So like researching how to capitalize on that tax exempt is something that I feel like needs to be what's the word? Educated on.
Yeah, more easily accessible.
Exactly. You got to live there 6 months in one day.
6 months, one day. You have to live in Puerto Rico. You have to do like a 14 or 20,000 contribution to like their general welfare or stuff. Like it's schools. You have different things you can donate to. And then you pay 4% in federal taxes, but it's only on capital gains. It's on investments, and then it's on something else too, I forget. The only reason why I know this, guys, is because I was just looking it up before on the way over here.
Fair play. So make sure you're educated. But like basically this last weekend, everybody and their mom was there. So
yeah,
I think that everybody has this thought to move there now.
Yeah,
because
I mean, you do save a lot of money.
You do, but they also see Puerto Rico in its like best state. Like, you know, it's coming up on spring, so the weather's like perfect there right now. And then like, you know, all the influencers and celebs were there this weekend for the fights. You know, so it sounds all good, but it's like, can you still be there when the hurricanes come? Because they get hit with some hurricanes.
Yeah, they do get hit with hurricanes.
They lose power, and they're talking about generators. People's like, oh, I'm never going to use this generator. You might use that generator.
In Puerto Rico, you will. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The power gets cut out. There's not so much flooding, but like...
Well, resources too, you got to
Yeah, you have to be like hurricane ready down there. Like big hurricane, not like a Florida hurricane. This is like you're stuck on a tropical island in the Caribbean type of hurricane.
Yeah, you know, there's a lot going on over there. And I think like here's the thing is like if you gonna go live on an island, expect an island life, you know? Yeah. And I think that's the biggest thing.
The other thing that people don't realize too, if you're trying to do the tax exempt, you can only be in mainland United States for 90 days.
Where did you see that at?
I swear that's a thing. I don't know. In one of the articles I read, it said 90 days you could spend in the United States and no more on the mainland. So maybe you could go to Hawaii, just another island. I don't know if I would get sick of, you know, being on an island though. What is it that you're looking up?
I was looking up if you actually had to live there 90 days, but I don't see anything on that. So I
swear.
I was trying to fact check that. I was like, I don't think that that's the case. But
jeez, you should just accept that I'm always right.
That'll be a cold day in hell. The coldest day. Actually, they might miss school because of snow. That cold.
Oh my gosh. Whatever. The houses you were looking at were beautiful though, but because of the tax exempt thing, like house market there. Oh my gosh, the houses have doubled in prices, I swear.
Yeah, well, you know, I met a couple people there and I was trying to explain to them how, like, you know, I give dating advice and I run this podcast where, like, I try to give my dating advice on this podcast. And, like, you know, I had this girl and she was there by herself and she goes, yeah, I actually just left a date early to come out to the bars because the date was getting really boring. I'm sitting there thinking in my head, like, the date that you had with a one-on-one individual was more boring than coming out to these bars. And I'm like, that doesn't sound like, what did you guys do? He said, or she said, that he decided to do something sentimental and sweet. So what did they do? They decided to go get origami kits and sit at home, make origamis, have some wine, and get to know each other. In my head, I'm sitting there thinking, sounds like a nice, really sweet date. You know what I mean? You can fold some paper and talk to people. But in her head, she was like, this is not ideal for me. I want to go out to the bar and party.
Was this the first date?
I think so, yeah. I didn't get that far in depth in it. But I had to explain to her, I'm like, at a certain point, you have to realize what it is that you are looking for. Like, you are saying that you would have rather gone out to, you would rather have gone out to a bar, got drunk with this guy in a loud ass room where you can't really get to know each other. All you're doing is basically just drinking with another, not even a person, like another persona that is with you. Like, you can't even, you're like looking at other people, ripping shots, dropping hella bread, or you can sit at home, still get drunk, not wake up with a big of a hangover, not be deaf and have your ears ringing, and fold some paper in the sense of origami, and actually get to know a person. So that, you know.
She didn't want to do origami.
She didn't want to do origami. I thought that was like a sweet thing.
That is
and I'm not even a sweet guy. I'm like,
yeah.
You'll be lucky if I want to even go to the store to pick up the paper, let alone sit at home and fold it.
We get it, Chase. You're not into dates.
I'm not saying I'm not into dates. All I'm saying, I'm for her. He probably could. I would have picked something a little bit different, but I can see where he was going with it.
Yeah, no, it's the thought. It's the thought.
It's the thought, because it's just like, now think about it from the guy's perspective. You're sitting there and you just got all this paper to fold.
I've never heard of a guy picking origami. Like, that's
she gets like a phone call. Hey, my friend really needs me to go. I
need to go save her.
Yeah. The bailout card, he's always got to be like, oh yeah, it's fine, totally. Like, I get it. And then, you know, they're gonna send you the text like, I hope your friend's okay, blah 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 blah.
I hope the friend's okay.
Right. Like, you know what I mean? And it's just like, I feel bad because it's like, in the sense of like, he took a far left turn in the sense of like actually getting to know somebody rather than just hooking up with a girl at a bar.
Aww.
And I feel like that
got turned down.
The younger generation is just like leaning more towards this right side, where it's just like, I would rather just go get shit-faced at the bar and have these hookups, and you know, this ongoing cycle. And it's just like, at a certain point, where does it end? What age are you actually trying to make these dates? Did he do the right thing? I think so, but
yeah. Dang. Aw, poor guy. He put in effort and he got just absolutely turned down.
Yeah, it could be discouraging, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, yeah. Because then in future dates, he'll be like, oh, I got turned down whenever I put in the effort. So why should I put in effort?
I think it's a good comeback story. It's a revenge arc. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. There's no way it was a first date though. Who on a first date's like, I want to go fold origami at my house with wine? Like, that's just a really weird first date.
Well, what would you do on a first date?
Maybe like a second date or third date.
What are you doing on a first date?
I don't know. It scares me that it's at his own home.
You're just like that other girl.
Well, no, I'm saying.
Let's go to the bar and get drunk.
Top golf for a first date because it's an activity.
You think they got Top Golf in Puerto Rico?
Maybe. It's the United States. It's like going to Hawaii.
So, not the United States. Puerto Rico is a U.S. territory. It's not the United States. They have their own flag.
I know they do.
Like,
every single state has their own flag too.
They have their own passports, Gab. How about that? Does that make you feel better?
No, they have United States passports. Wait, Puerto Rico has their own passport? But what?
Yes, they're Puerto Rican.
I'm Googling it.
They are their own country.
I'm Googling. Does Puerto Rico...
Can't we just accept that I'm always right?
Wait, let's see. No, it doesn't. I'm right.
Let me see this. Puerto Rico is an uncooperated territory in the United States and does not have its own citizenship and passport. Oh, well.
What? Say I'm right.
They're not U.S. citizens either, though. So I don't, like, where are they getting their passports
No,
from?
It's saying individuals born in Puerto Rico on or after January 13th in 1941 are U.S. citizens at birth.
Oh, well. Oh, the more you know. I didn't know that. I just learned something.
Wait, so it's just the really old people there now that are Puerto Rican citizens. Oh, they're kind of dying out.
So then technically they would have their own passports?
I guess. Too much thinking right now.
I don't know. I just learned something, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
But regardless, they don't have Top Golf in Puerto Rico, Gabrielle. Like,
they might.
It's an island.
They definitely have golf.
I would hope.
Normal golf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dorado Beach.
Yeah.
Like the most expensive place to live in the world.
Yeah, where Logan Paul and Jake Paul live.
Yeah.
Their houses are crazy. We drove past it.
But anyways, not even talking about that. I'm just talking about like the poor guy. I think that it's gonna mess up a lot of like thoughts on how to approach dating a modern generation.
Yeah.
50 years, 20 years, 20 years ago. We'll just start there. It's not like you got like Instagram. You can just pull up and swipe through, like,
Do you think it's harder finding quality girls?
I think it's
with social media.
I just think
I mean, you're in a different situation though.
I think that I saw this funny video. This guy goes, it's over for like the modern dude. He went on a rant about it. Basically what he said was, he goes, if you're a good-looking girl, by the time you're 18, you got 10K on Instagram, right? By the time you're 20, you're getting flown out to Miami, you're on boats. With all these,
you're getting yachted.
By the time you're 25, you've probably dated an NFL player, an NBA player, an MLB player. And by the time you're 30, you probably got a kid and you're wifed up and you're gone, right?
Yeah.
Now the average dude who's not paying for the flights, who's not an NBA player, who's working it's over for them, bro. You might as well just stick to dating the fours and the fives. The fours and the fives will keep your heart, like, 4s and 5s in quantities, because those 8s and 9s, man, they shaking ass in Miami right now. I'm really sorry, bro. Your future baby mom right now is going to be telling her kids stories. She's going to be telling her kids stories about how she was shaking ass for a little baby on a boat when she was in her 20s. And these kids are going to be like, damn, mom, you was shaking ass in Miami? Hell yeah. And then I met your dad while he was working at McDonald's until he was 23, and then he got a construction job for the rest of his life. Damn. Damn.
You know, normal girls do exist in the Midwest still.
We don't go there. There's like that little panhandle in Oklahoma. We don't know what's going on up there. I don't know what's going on up there.
You know, the girls that you're talking about are like a very few and slim selection. That's not how every single girl is.
Is it a few slim selection? Because there's probably like, I don't know, like, let's just say like if there's 100 girls in a room, right? Mm-hmm. Let's just say like 10 of them are really, really fine, and then 90% of them are like, okay. Everybody's gonna know those 10 because they stand out so much different from the other 90. So those 10 are the ones that are getting flown out to New York and Miami and the San Padre Islands, and they're sitting courtside at NBA games. And they're the same ones that are texting average Joe working at State Farm saying, yeah, bro, I work really hard and that's why I got these courtside seats. That's not why you got them courtside seats. We know how you got them courtside seats. You not show up to the office bitching about Karen stealing your section at Red Robin, buying courtside seats. Mm-hmm. Somebody paid for those. Somebody found you on Instagram, liking your photos, hitting the DMs, switching names around, and now you courtside.
I mean, to be fair too, there's a lot of influencers out on TikTok who somehow have a lot of money and are always doing like those sort of things. And they're like, I swear I worked hard.
Right. Those influencers that don't got no job, no work experience, no hustle, don't come from money, all of a sudden got multiple homes in different areas, and they talking about, well, we work hard for what we have. What did you do?
Who did you meet?
No. Oh, explain to me what the hell you did to now where you make more money than me and I'm busting my ass.
Yeah.
The math ain't math, and I know what I had to do, and I ain't buying, just in the girl aspect, I'm gonna be like, I ain't buying myself Birkin bags and got freaking Louis Vuitton sending me a private jet to go shop at Prada in Milan. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. I don't got none of that. But what I do have is a keen sense of this nose smelling something fishy's going on. All right, and we ain't talking about the tuna sandwich that they serving at lunch today. We're talking about something like you met somebody. That somebody along that line was saying,
a little bit of something.
You're a pretty girl. I got money.
Let me treat you right.
I'm old and ugly, and I didn't get girls when I was 20 because I was broke. But listen, I'm 50 now, and I got money. Mm-hmm. Makes up for like a lot of that looks. I might not have had it back then, but look, I'm 50 now, and I can have any 20-year-old I want in the book. And now he's shaking ass in Miami again.
Did I ever tell you the story about the old man I met in the Bahamas? Nothing happened. He was trying to teach.
Let me tell you the story about the old man I met when I was in the. We'll go right back to how you get them courtside seats. How the hell did you get in the Bahamas? I paid for it. I paid.
No, you were there.
So
in the Bahamas.
I ain't no cuck.
Okay, I was standing at Oh wait, no, you weren't there. This is when I was with Jules and Saad. I was standing at the craps table and I had no idea how to play. And this old man standing next to me, and he's like, "Oh, let me teach you how to play." And I'm like, "Okay." And then he starts telling me all about his wife and how she passed of cancer. It was so sad. He was showing me their wedding day photos. I'm like, wait, this is so sad. And then he was telling me about how he lived in Dubai. And he was trying to teach me how to play
craps. This man whacked his wife to go meet girls in the Bahamas.
Well, he was trying to teach me how to play craps. I lost all my money. He gave me a chip. And he's like, "No, keep playing, do this and that." And he was just telling me all about his kids. And then I was like, "Okay, bye." And I never saw him again. But like, I don't know where I was going with that story.
Yeah,
that's the one time I
should
ever
probably
talked
start
to him.
with you made a friend. Not, hey, did I tell you about the old man I met in the Bahamas? By the way, you weren't even there.
Oh, yeah. I probably just should have said, because I have a thing with old people. They make me so sad. I hate when old people are alone. If they're like at Panera eating alone, I'm like, oh, it just breaks my heart so much. And I think it was like one of those situations where an old man was just standing alone and then I was playing craps next to him, trying to learn how to play. And he just told me about his whole life. It was so sad.
I'd be like, "Get your old ass."
He was also telling me how he was head of all the nuclear power plants in the United States.
This guy's just giving you a whole resume in the Bahamas.
No, I know everything about him. His wife, like how she died of cancer. Yeah, I know everything. And his lock screen on his phone was the picture of the dead wife. Not of her dead, like actually dead, but like her on their wedding day. Is that not the saddest thing? This man was like kicking 85.
You know, Moses, we got the same 24 hours in the day. What you do with yours is what you will. Me personally.
I just like to make friends. Okay?
Listen. You tell Grandpa Old McDonald to take his ass back to the farm. Him and his wife on the farm.
Where I was going with this was imagine if I was able to turn that situation and be like, "Hey, do you want to buy me a Birkin?" I mean, I would never, but like.
Your wife is dead. Can I fill her role?
Ew. No, I would never.
Can you buy me You just said that.
Well, no, I'm saying about how these influencers are like pulling up with all these Dior and Prada bags, and you're like, where'd the money come from? Imagine.
You sit there looking at them like, "Oh, you bought it, huh? Oh, yeah." They have
I think that's where I was going with
They got an exclusive collection just under your name because you got it like that, huh?
Yeah.
No. Crazy. We know how you are getting this. We fully comprehend everything that's going on. And it's just like, or you see like these influencers that'll be like, "Well, I got X amount of people on TikTok." Like, yeah, you got 1 million people on TikTok, but you got 10 million likes. There are people with 500,000 people on TikTok that got 100 million likes. Be so fucking for real.
Not you calling people out with their fake accounts.
Your fake ass account that has 1 million followers and 4,000 views a video. Something's not math in there, little bro.
You're going to be getting an anger text message after
I'll send an anger text message back.
Yeah, no, people do buy some followers and stuff, and it's a little bit fishy sometimes, like you were saying.
Yeah, I'm saying
it's really obvious too when people do that stuff.
Yeah, it's so obvious, and it's just like, and they play the blame game, the scapegoats, and this and that, because it's like it's a bunch of haters.
Changed.
There's a bunch of haters. They'll be like, he has it because of this and that. Like, okay, like, lady, if you're looking at what I do, I have multiple platforms. I do multiple different things. I've done multiple different TV shows. I've met multiple different influencers. My alibi matches what I do. You've done one thing that was not even close to as big as the one thing I did.
Are you projecting right now?
I'm projecting because I found out recently that somebody was trying to throw some shade, and I'm gonna throw some light on the shade. Like, lady, you are famous because of who you date, and he's not even that famous, to be so for real. Like,
someone was throwing shade at you.
If you want to dig into this, I'm gonna tell you, go to Google Trends and type your name in, and go to Google Trends and type my name in, and compare the search results. I'll be way the fuck up here, and you will be way down here, and then you can talk about.
Wait, who was throwing shade?
I'm not gonna name names. I'm not.
Go like this and tell me.
I'm not platforming dumb people.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
I'm not giving you a platform. That's not true. I've done 2 shows. Yeah, one of them was after mine. The other one, you were on with me.
Jeez, Chase.
And you weren't even the main person. You were a side player. I was in the starting lineup.
You're definitely getting an angry text after
I'll
this.
send one back.
Why do you say this about me?
I'll send one back. I'll be like, don't be here trying to throw shade when you got X amount. Like, girl, you are a girl on platforms. I'm a guy. It should be in your favor, and it's not. That's crazy. Not only do I have double the amount of likes on social media you do, I have triple. That means I did it again and again and again.
Moral of the story, don't go buying your likes and your followers.
Don't be buying your followers. Don't be buying your followers and trying to blame other people, because I will really expose people out here. I'll expose people, and you know I will get them. I don't give a fuck.
That's fair, that's fair. Anyways, that's all.
And if you're a girl and you're dating people because they're famous and using them to grow, you make me sick. You have no platform. You have no audience.
You're getting so many angry texts after this.
You have no platform, you have no audience, you have no fan base. You have a follower purely based off of people wanting to see you with other people. I'll tell you what. If you want to talk about individuality.
Do you want me to get you a soapbox?
I'm going to get a soapbox. I'm going to go in real quick. If you want to talk about individuality, out of everybody on any reality TV show, I think I've done a pretty credible job building my own brand without a couple. Now, let me tell you, if I go and say, hey, Gab, let's go post on social media a picture of me and you, and then like a now expecting baby photo, I guarantee you my platform will blow that shit will probably get 10 million likes. Not saying that's what we're going to do, put the face away. But I'm saying that these are what these other people are doing in order to get likes and to get impressions and to say we're doing, like, you are using somebody else to propel you. It's a 2v1. You're using two people to pull up a rope.
I mean, there's a very well-known person on social media who literally does just that and just switches the girls out.
Switches the girls out. It's like, okay, I can do that. You don't think I could go date this influencer and this influencer and this influencer?
No, but you're well-known because of who you are as an individual,
as an individual, because I provide credibility based off of what I do. Say what you want about boxing. Everybody in the boxing world knows who the hell I am. Say what you want about reality TV. I've done a great job being a likable villain. Nobody else has done that.
I don't know about likable all the time, but...
Say what you want about social media. As far as I'm concerned, YouTube just sent me an award yesterday.
Yeah, you did just get your plaque yesterday.
You know what I mean? So it's like, I run a podcast. I've been on 8 different TV shows. I have a whole boxing football career. 2-time pro athlete. And I am a travel vlogger. You can kiss the blackest part of my ass. You and your fake followers and fake relationships and fake boyfriends. And I didn't speak on it when the show came out because when Perfect Match came out, can be more specific here, because I chose to sit that one out because I was not going to use other people to propel any of my platforms. I sat that one out. But listen, next show.
You're stirring the pot?
Y'all want villain?
Oh.
Y'all want a pot stirring? I'm going to be captain of that ship. I ain't sitting the next one out.
Oh.
Just wait. So, this is my little rant.
Anyways, guys. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Let's just put their on the screen right now. Who are you talking? No, I'm kidding. We're not.
I will. It doesn't take much to figure it out.
No.
And listen, if you take offense to this, I'm probably talking about you. If the shoe fits, I'll tie that motherfucker extra tight for you. And just in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Thank you so much for tuning into the number one.
Yeah, no, you can end it.
Okay. Thank you so much for tuning into the number one podcast in the world. We are your hosts, Chase DeMoor.
And Gabrielle Moses.
And we'll see you guys in the next one. Chase out.
Bye.